Steve, Pudgy AJS, aka Little London. Today we're going to tackle the leg shield on a Modena. It's a 2014 model. It's got a bit of damage there, got a bit of damage up there, so it's got to come off. So I'm going to take it sort of step by step through, but obviously I can't do a full video because it's time consuming. But we'll start off, and then like I said, we'll just go through some stuff. First things obviously you want to remove is your panels, which is screws underneath and this side here. There is a video on how to remove them. Like I said, it's we need to remove both sides. Okay, and now when we remove both sides, we need to remove the seat pan. Okay, so then we basically get down to the bodywork. So there's a screw this side, there's a screw on the other side, and you'll see there's a little clip there, and you have to literally clip that off. Oh, you don't want to open it all up yet, you're just clipping it off so there's enough play. So you can see it just moves a bit. Okay, and then we want to remove the battery cover. Remove the battery, as I've already done. Then we're going to take off the inspection cover. Like so. Oh, that was quite hard. And then come off much easier than that. Obviously there'll be a screw there holding that on. There's 4 screws holding this pan in. As you can see, I've done one side, but don't panic, I've got the other side I'm going to show you. I'll just chuck all my screws in there because I know where they go, but it's up to you how you do it. So we're going to be moving all of these. And as you can see, there's quite a lot of them. So after you remove them, you want to undo the 10 mils that are there, one there and one there. This is really difficult to try and do this and try and film. And then we have to take out the ribs. Now the ribs are these little things here. Okay, and they're held on by screws that go in there and there's quite difficult. Now undo these here because that opens it up a bit and that enables these to be pulled out and back. Or forward, whatever you want to call it. So we're taking them out. So like I said, I've done the other side. Okay, now on the front end we need to remove the on cover. As you can see, I've done that. And then we need to find the wires for the indicators. Don't know what that's on there for. Okay, so this side here, and then we're going to disconnect them, and we're going to disconnect the other side. Like I said, you might want to make a note of it. I've done so many of these now. I actually know where they are. I've just got to pull these two apart. Right, so I've done this one and this one, and then inside here, just inside there, just where my finger is there is a black case that covers the ignition here. Now if you can get a screwdriver in the other side and push it, you can do it that way. I'm just going to grab myself a pair around those pliers and do it an easy way. So 1 second. Okay, so I've used a pair of pliers and I've turned it anti-clockwise, and then I should be able to pull it off. But if you see what I mean, that there locates on there, goes in and twists off. Okay. We also need to remove the bag holder. Okay, so I'll just do that. Okay, so that's the bag holder. So now we've got it being loose up here, because this bolt's gone. It's quite loose down now. Now a lot of people have tried to pull this off and say it can be done. Unless you take all the headstock off and bring this back, and you've got the chances of damaging your other panels down here. The most easiest way now is to go back to this bit here. So now we've undone this. Now when you take these off, sometimes you can get a couple of lugs that break in here. I wouldn't worry about it because they are held down again. But if you've got a little bit of freedom, I have a little tool. Not everyone's got a tool, so I won't be using that. I'm going to do it, you know, the way you would do it. It's basically to clip these apart up here. 1, 2. Don't be too scared of it. Okay, what we're trying to do then is we're trying to lift up, and the more you can lift it, there you go. See, there's one come out that side, one come out the other side. Now I'm going to see if I can do this. It's going to be quite difficult with one hand. So that side's out too. Right. So now what I'm going to do is put the camera down now, and I need to lift it up this way. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. Okay, so it comes up that way and out. Here, look, actually I've taken a tag off of this. But like I said, it doesn't matter because there's loads of other tags on there. So it's going to happen. Right, so now we've done this one, I'm going to quickly run around this side here. And remember, it's going back exactly the same way. Now we come on to the top pan, and because we've removed everything in, I've got an idea because he went over, there's some damage underneath. We'll have to have a look. We moved the wires here, which is for your battery wires. And we're going to poke them through there. Like so. Okay, and remove your battery holder. You don't have to, but it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier if you do. To get this bottom panel off. 1 second. Okay, so that's off. And now we're left with this one here. Now this clips in on there and there, and it also clips in down here. As you can see, if I pull this one apart, I said that when this went over, I was sure he'd done some damage. So again, what you've got to do is you've got to pull back up on it. It's going to be quite difficult again to try and show you with one hand. But you're going to lift the back end up to separate these here, and they do separate. Like I said, it's literally, these are hooked on, so you get rid of them. If you're putting your, oh god, I thought I could do that one. If you're putting a new one on, obviously you don't want to be breaking these off, but they're only locating lugs anyway. Okay, it's held on by lugs down here, which I will show you in a minute, so you can see that it's held on by a lug there. So what we're trying to do is, oh there we go, so that's come apart now. And then if I can just shake it, like I said, with two hands it'd be quite easy. All you want to do is pull it apart, off like that. So we can see what we're doing now. That goes back in there that way. So there we go. We've now removed that bit, and that leaves us with the leg shield. Now, because we've prepared ourselves and done it all we should do is lift up the leg shield as such. One there, locates. We go round to the ignition. Pull this off so it comes over the ignition. You can see that I've just moved it a wee bit, and there we should have our leg shield completely removed. And obviously we put it back exactly the same way, so the leg shield will go on, it goes up, you find the ignition, you fit it into the ignition first, push it around so it goes on, follow locating lugs which you've got down here, you locate them in, sit them down, put the next bit in, which is the middle bit, and then the back bit, and there you go. That is how to change a leg shield on a Modena. Thanks for watching, cheers.